and then switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1, 2, 3. Lower it. Switch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and come up and out. What's up, poopers? Welcome back to the Sacred Flow Art channel. I'm Liora of Infinite Comings, today here on Ometepe Island in Nicaragua. We're bringing to you the first of a series. This is an introduction to foot hooping for those of you who've never done it before, as well as those of you who've tried, or if you're just looking to get better. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share, as well as check out our Patreon account to discover more and keep the quality and quantity of these videos coming. Let's get started with a quick warm-up. Believe it or not, this trick really gets into your hips. So if you have a mat, get it out, lay it out, and meet me in a tabletop position. Your knees should be directly under your hips, and walk your hands out a little bit forward beyond your shoulders. We're going to shift our weight forward, moving the hips forward, and then move the hips over to one side and press your hips back towards your heels. Breathe with it. Inhale to the other side and come forward. Exhale to the other side and press back. Really opening up those hip muscles, all the connective tissues. Be sure you're breathing with the motion. And reverse direction. Go slow. If you find an area that feels a little sore or tight, you're more than welcome to pause in that area, give it a conscious breath, rock back and forth, and then keep flowing. Great. Now let's come onto our bums, swing your legs out, and pick up one leg and start rolling out your ankles. Big circles, breathing with it, and visualize as if there's a wall in front of you and you're painting a circle with your toes. Reverse direction, expanding, opening, creating space so that we can plug in new muscle memory for our trick. Switch feet. Big circles, rotating out the ankles. Do your best not to move the hips very much. This isn't a knee or hip opener. This is an ankle opener. Reverse direction. Great, now shake them out and let's get started. All right, we're gonna begin learning the trick in the same position as the warm-up. So we're on our bums, and just go ahead and rest yourself down onto one elbow. You might find that this puts a little bit of stress on the shoulders as you continue, so you're more than welcome to come down and lay down completely onto your back, but we're going to start it at the elbow position here. Lift up a foot. Now in foot hooping, you want to keep the hula hoop in between the heel and the toes, right in that archway. That's the first thing that you need to watch. The second is that your planes are flat, like the ceiling or like the floor. Now, to get started, don't try to do foot hooping. Just wind it up and give it a go and notice how the hoop wants to stay right along that archway. Now, if you're moving to do foot hooping from the hip joint, like I'm doing right now, that is going to create the hula hoop more capacity to come down your leg. And if that happens, I highly encourage you to stop, grab the hoop, and start over. Because once it creeps down past that archway point of your foot and now it's on your leg, it is so much more difficult to get it up onto your foot. So I would just recommend you stop the hula hoop and restart. So just like with regular hula hooping, you're gonna wind up and give it a push. Notice how it wants to stay in that archway of your foot. That's good. Now the motion is going to come from your ankle and foot. It's not going to be coming from your whole leg. When you start to move your whole leg like this while you're trying to foot hoop, it's going to encourage the hoop to creep down your leg like this, and then you're just going to want to start over. So the motion is going to come from your ankle and foot. Let's give it a go. Pick your leg up straight. wind it up, decide upon which direction you want to go on, make sure that that hoop is flat, and give it a push. Use your ankle and foot to keep it in the archway of your foot. You might find that this is kind of a workout on your hips. So at any point you can give yourself a break by grabbing the hula hoop, shake it out, and let's switch feet. Pick up your other foot, point your toe if that helps too, to just enable that archway to be more exposed. Make sure the hoop is flat, wind it up, and give it a push. Keep your leg as straight as possible. If it's more comfortable for you to come down and lay down completely, do so. Foot hooping should be fun. Though if you are finding that it's creeping below the ankle and getting onto your calf, that's your cue to grab it and come back out, restart. Keep practicing. Make sure you practice in both directions with both feet. So there are 4 variations to this trick. There are also many transitions to get yourself into foot hooping. And this is where it becomes fun because you can start incorporating it into your hula hoop flow. I like to start in a standing position like this, and then work my way down, continuing to hula hoop above my head. Make sure that that plane is as flat as possible. Sit down on your bum. Come back down, resting your weight onto your arm. Lift up a leg. Now, this is where it gets tricky. You're gonna have to time it just right to where you can get your foot in and then lower your hand down. Look up at your hula hoop while you're hooping over your head and notice that window of opportunity where you could stick your hand through, now, 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 and you can count off like that. Now, 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 and then put your foot through, lower your hand, and continue the hooping by maneuvering your ankle and foot, keeping it in that ceiling plane, floor plane, hula hooping. You can use this same technique to add a variation and switch feet. Count off, notice that window of opportunity, now, 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 and switch feet. This is an epic variation for fire hooping, choreographed performances, and a good exercise to get really good at this is to do 4 beats, or count however many you'd like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1, 2, 3. Lower it. Switch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And come up and out. And that's how I like to incorporate it into my hoop flow. Though there are many other variations you can get into with foot hooping, and this is where it gets really exciting. I'm starting to get into floor work with my hula hoop and incorporating that into fire, and stay tuned for that because it's going to get really epic. Here are some fun variations that we're going to go over in our next tutorials. Great job, Hoopers! Thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment below when you do subscribe so we can get back to you with our gratitude, and share these videos. We wouldn't be able to grow the flow arts movement if it wasn't for you. Jesse and I are driving around the entire planet, sharing performing arts, growing flow arts teams, as well as holistic practices like yoga, qigong, meditation, and so much more. Be sure to reach out if you are in Costa Rica, Central America, or South America, because that is the direction that we're headed next. Also stay tuned for our upcoming tutorials, as this one will flow into a series of different foot hooping tricks. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.